Welcome to Super Comedy Bros Podcast, Episode 4.
Yep, Episode 4. How's everyone doing? That's rhetorical, because you can't answer.
Well, they can. In the comment section below.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start us off with a little bit of news. How about?
Yep.
So
nerd news.
Yeah, a little nerd news. Actually, before we get going on that, let's do a little bit of channel news. We've completely finished filming the next video.
Yep.
And it's other than some maybe minor edits, it's pretty much done editing too.
It's coming along pretty well.
Just got to send that off for the musical talents of Ben Cortez.
Yeah.
And we should probably have that up next week or very latest the beginning of the week after.
Yeah.
Either way, it will be up in February. We are not behind schedule.
No.
Despite reshoots. But yeah, all right then. So first things first. Let's start with Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
So there's that trailer for the Cobra Kai. It's a
thing.
Yeah, so it's a YouTube Red series, so nobody's gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I get the feeling, I get this vibe. You have a lot you want to say about Cobra Kai.
I do, and let's back it up. There was this movie, maybe you've heard of it, called Karate Kid.
I don't think that's a real movie.
And it's a really fun 80s movie. I think there's like 3 or 4 sequels and a reboot where he learned Kung Fu, but they still called it Karate Kid.
Yeah, there was like 3 movies.
Yeah.
Until they realized they couldn't make any more movies before the relationship between Daniel and Miyagi got weird.
Yeah, well, the first 2, I believe, was Daniel. I've only really seen... I've seen all of them, but the first one's the one I've seen multiple times.
Yeah.
And then the third one is...
the girl.
Yeah, it's the girl.
And then I want to say I don't know about the last one. Doesn't matter. And then the last one, Jackie Chan taught Kung Fu to Jaden Smith.
But they still called it Karate Kid.
Yes.
Yeah, but the villains of said Karate Kid were Cobra Kai. And they were, like, literally the evilest karate dojo ever.
Oh, yeah. Like, absurdly, cartoonishly evil.
Cartoonishly evil, and, like, a karate dojo that couldn't exist because they, like, beat children into submission and, like, forced them to become, like, almost like a paramilitary mindset.
Which is insane because it's not even, like MMA or any kind of, like, fighting thing. There was no... It's not even like now where it's like, oh, I'm going to train these kids up, and then if any of them make it into like pro fighting, my name's going to be big. There was no market.
Because they were doing the competitions.
But it wasn't like that. There wasn't like this big thing. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, it did not make sense how like...
militant it was.
Militant, yeah. But and then of course Daniel-san, with the power of being good-spirited, crane kicked a dude in the face and won.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, in a karate tournament that also... Well, to be fair, I wasn't in karate in the 80s, and there was a lot less regulations than there are now on what you can do with kids. You couldn't kick a kid in the face.
Well, earlier in the movie, they say, hey, no strikes to the face, and then...
he does it anyways.
He does it anyway and wins.
And there's like none of them are wearing safety gear. But hey, that was the 80s. I don't know nothing about the 80s.
But yeah, so now YouTube Red decided, I guess, maybe it's a joke. I'm not sure. It could be like the Crocodile Dundee.
Which is so funny because...
not movie trailer thing.
Yeah. Because, so if any of you listen to Mr. Sunday movie, or was it the Weekly Planet, there are a couple Australian podcasters. And when that came out, Mr. Sunday himself just straight up was like, this is absolutely an ad campaign by the country of Australia for tourism.
Yeah.
And then when it came out, he's like, yeah, this exploded in their face because now everybody's just upset that it's not a Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. I mean, the trailer itself says it's an ad.
Well, there was a teaser first.
There was a teaser first,
and the teaser got everybody excited. But anyway, so yeah, it could be like that. Probably, I think it's a legit deal.
I think it is. And it is way too serious. I mean, the trailer makes it seem like...
life or death.
Yeah, like, jeez, I don't know.
And it's like, are they Are they like? Is like Daniel and him like?
I forgot the bad guy's name. I'm not well versed in Karate Kid.
Yeah,
but it's like the villain.
Yeah, it's like Cobra Kai, the Cobra Kai.
No, he like I don't know. It looks like he's like building his dojo back up, and he's like no mercy.
Yeah, it's like the main kid that Daniel fights is like now in charge of the dojo.
Yeah, so he's like bringing the dojo back, and it's like this like super moody thing, and you hear him, like giving the orders and stuff, and then Daniel's son shows up in his dojo. He's like, it ends here now, and I'm thinking, boy, that is way too serious for a bunch of middle-aged dudes that fought in a karate tournament close to 40 years ago.
Yeah, while practicing like Taekwondo.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I saw the trailer and I laughed.
Oh, yeah. It's if it's not intentionally funny, then there's a problem.
And it's funny because, I even forget his name. Like, that's how bad I am. But the guy who plays Daniel.
Yeah.
Like, he is the most timid, meek, and tiny looking, like, middle-aged guy.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him. Like,
he still has his same face from 30 years ago.
Which is why I didn't recognize him.
Meanwhile, his antagonist looks like a big dude.
He looks like a karate. He looks like a Cobra Kai.
Yeah, like he looks like, intimidating, and the whole thing's just silly.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's happening, but
if it wasn't on YouTube Red, it would be a 100% watch for me because I need to know.
Yeah.
But I don't need to know enough to sign up for YouTube Red.
Yeah, and maybe it's the nostalgia thing because a lot of movies are like pulled from the 80s.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying.
They just missed the mark on what people wanted from it.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think that this is... I think 100% the reason why this is getting made is probably because How I Met Your Mother. Because Barney Stinson, the most popular character from the show, he wasn't the main character, but he's obviously the most popular. He loved Karate Kid, and he always said that, like, oh, the Cobra Kai was really the good guy because they were the actual Karate Kids and all that. And so he had the actor playing himself showed up and was in Barney's wedding. And they made a big deal of that actor and him being there and all that. And I think that's what gave this the push it needed.
Yeah.
Because it brought it back into relevance.
Yeah. For covering this trailer, I did not research any of the actors' names or any of the history
I
of
didn't
it.
think...
And I feel pretty bad, but... whatever. It's happening.
I didn't think, like, I saw it and I was like, oh, that'll be a fun aside.
We just saw it too.
Yeah. I just didn't think I'd have that much to say until we started talking, and then I was like, man, I got so much to say about this.
Yep. But so there you go. If you want your fix of 80s nostalgia and middle-aged men defending the honor of their dojos, then I guess that's your thing. Yeah. That's about all I gotta say.
Yep. Also this week... Oh, excuse me. The Full Metal Alchemist live action came to Netflix. I haven't watched it yet. I kind of do want to. I heard it's not bad, but I haven't heard anybody with like an objective opinion about it. Everybody's always like, it's garbage because you can't do live action anime. Or it's somebody who's like, this is the only true way to watch. And it's like, there's no middle ground. Like, everybody's...
Yeah. From what I've heard, and from some of, like, the Japanese reviews I had read, it's kind of... It goes the way of everything else. It's just like, oh, well, they probably shouldn't have done it. They did it.
It's a fun watch, but nothing to write home about.
Yeah. And, yep.
Yeah, all right.
So, it might be worth a shot. It might be worth... watching I've seen a lot of live action like remakes or live action renditions of anime. The Death Note movies, that's like divisive. Some people hate them. I liked them. I thought they were really good, and I thought it was a much better way to enjoy the story because it's like they did their own thing. They pointed out some flaws from the manga. It's over and it's done. And you're not sitting there reading like 13, 14 volumes of manga with all the ego and, the show's good, but like it kind of loses itself halfway. Yeah. And that's where the show that's where the movies end.
Yeah. And I'm curious about watching the movies because I found I couldn't get into the show. Mm-hmm. I started watching it after the hype, so I wasn't there in the moment. If I had watched it when the show first came out, maybe I just have gotten into it, you know. But once the hype had passed and I just watched it on my own, I just found it so hard to get into because like, and I mean like every animated show has this problem, and some shows that aren't animated when it deals with high school students, they so rarely act like high school students.
Yeah.
And I found Light Yagami to be such an unbelievable character.
Yes.
And then his motives made sense. But some of the things he didn't make sense, but not from like this is a flaw.
Yeah.
Just like the show thought it made sense kind of thing.
Yeah, and the movies do kind of take away from that. It is still cheesy and goofy, but because it's more streamlined, it's good. And like I said, they actually found ways of loopholing the rules that were in the book. So I thought those were good. A lot of the other ones typically fall super flat.
Yeah.
The Attack on Titan ones were very, very weird and preachy and odd, and I did not like. I think they lost everything that the show stood for. Like
which even then the show was supposed to just be a one-off.
Yeah,
and he's been scrambling to come up with something.
So those weren't very good. The Gantz film, that wasn't very good. The Rurouni Kenshin films were pieces of art.
Whoa. I've only seen the first one. I want to see the rest. But like I remember they went to one of the movie theaters nearby, and so my buddy was like, "Hey, you want to go see Rurouni Kenshin live action?" And I was like, "He signed me up." I thought it was going to be just a good laugh a minute, live action anime.
Yeah.
And then I watched it. I was like, "This is like a legit samurai film." It had its anime moments.
Oh yeah.
Like the dude still has like the giant sword, but it was a little more believable. Obviously he still hits people in such a degree they would die anyway. But even still, it was like a really good movie.
No, and what it does is some characters get a little
anime.
No, it's not the anime. Like that's okay if you're going to do a live action anime.
It's gotta be.
I'm okay with it. And him doing like running sideways on the ground and flying through dudes' legs and samurai swording. I'm like, that stuff was super, super awesome. Some characters just didn't get all the development because in the manga they're minor characters. So in a movie they're like F rank.
Because there's not enough screen time.
But those movies were so good and stuck so strictly to the original plot.
It trimmed all the fat, and it was just the story.
And even the changes that they made were still respectful towards the stuff. So those were incredible.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist is difficult because it's longer. Well, maybe not longer, but there's a lot.
It's not. I don't think it's nearly as long. I could be wrong on that, but it doesn't have any filler. Like if you're going by Brotherhood, which is what the manga is, like the core story, it is so tight. Like everything, every episode is necessary.
Yeah.
And so you have to do a trilogy, not a movie. Mm-hmm. It's so hard to.
And I think that's maybe what they're doing. I'm not sure. I didn't really research well on that. Kenshin is 28 to 30 manga long.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a lot of filler. The animated series had a few hundred episodes and had a lot of filler. But I don't know. So I'll give it a shot. Yeah. It's kind of neat, and I hate to say it, but almost endearing to watch Japanese film because they don't have the budget and the effects that we do. So kind of seeing some of their stuff is neat. It's cool when they do anime because they can make it like this hyper surrealistic world. Yeah. So it almost like lends itself to not the height of like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. They can't do that. So
can't do the spectacle. I mean, like the highest production quality I've seen, and it's probably not the highest quality because I know there's been better, but I haven't watched as many Japanese films as you. But like Space Battleship Yamato, like that one was about like the best I've seen. Like other than the aliens,
that was an okay.
Like other than the end when they had a bunch of aliens on screen, it was legit.
And that's a good one that sticks close to the feel and the tone, and that one's actually pretty fun. So it's possible.
But no, I totally agree with what you're saying though, because like they can be when it's like, okay, this is the budget we have. Let's just go to town. Like some of those Japanese directors are just so inventive with what they got, you know.
Yeah, I would actually recommend everyone watch the Ace Attorney film.
I've been wanting to.
It's incredible, and how they change things up to work with the budget and to work with just the zany storytelling works really cool. They have like monitors, so the like objection and stuff like
so
it comes up like on these big monitors, so it's almost like a stadium event.
Yeah, because it's really basically crazy. It's like it's like Judge Judy cranked up to like 13, right? Like, because it's like a televised like event or whatever.
Yeah, it's like really weird and crazy and kooky, but like somehow it like nails it and it does a really good job. So
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's not an anime. Well, there is now an anime. But that was based off a video game.
But it's still same basic principles.
So I don't know if anyone has seen Full Metal. Let us know, but I'll probably check it out.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out now that it's on Netflix. You know, I don't have to like hunt down something. So yeah, it's definitely worth looking at. Yeah, because. All in all, like I really liked this series, Full Metal Alchemist. It's up there on my favorite anime list just because of it's one of the few anime that actually does have a solid beginning, middle, and end.
It's good, yeah.
And its ending, like the actual ending, not like the
Brotherhood.
Yeah,
the Brotherhood.
It's such a conclusive, almost bittersweet ending that most anime don't know how to like nail. Because most anime, in my opinion, or not my opinion, my experience, because like I haven't watched the most anime, but the anime that I have watched, they either just abruptly end because it didn't get renewed, or they don't know how to end it, so they end it in just an awful, like, just gut wrenching, like, oops, tonal shift. You know?
And then right now, like there's a thing going. Because it is kind of cheap to make, anime now that, you're not 10 guys hand drawing every cell. A lot of shows now are only 12 episodes and they're literally out there to just sell you to buy the manga. So they'll only kind of cover the first, like little, maybe like 3 or 4 tokoban, or if it's a light novel, they might cover the first 3 of the series and then they just ends.
Don't get me started on light novels.
Yeah.
There's too many light novel anime nowadays.
Yeah, and the problem is we don't get the light novels. So we get the show that introduces us to the characters, but we don't have a publisher.
Unless it gets an anime a manga adaptation. Some of them do. A lot of them don't. Most of them don't. Yeah. They don't.
Sword Art Online, they're actually translating all those, but that's a huge moneymaker, so, that's...
Which it's actually getting a live action from Netflix. I forgot about that.
Is it a live action?
I think it's getting a live action.
Okay. And it is Sword Art. It's not like Sword Art-esque. It
is straight up Sword Art. And, honestly... I'm down because I love Sword Art up until I didn't love Sword Art anymore.
Yeah, it's true. I really liked it. And until the second season, then I felt it kind of fell.
Well, yeah, because like
short.
Are you talking about the Elfenheim?
Oh yeah. So like, what is that? Is that season 1, part 2, or is that season 2? It's like Sword Art 1, part 2, and then there's Sword Art 2, which is the gun.
Whatever. Yeah, Gunpla, whatever.
Girls and
my understanding of it was the first arc, the actual SAO arc.
Yes.
Like closed off early because he needed to get the novel finished for a competition.
It was like a 24-hour competition.
Yeah, and so
it was an insane.
He just wrapped it up.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because it was the best storyline, and that could have been a full series on its own because it literally ends with like, now the story has just begun. You have to ascend the rest of this tower and face me, and it's going to be epic. And then he's just like, but could I just fight you here? And he's like, yeah, I mean, I got I gotta go do something tomorrow anyway, so...
Yeah, and it got popular. I mean, it got hugely popular. And from what I understand, there's Sword Art Progressive, which is it's the author telling the story how he wanted to, and it's all in the original series.
Yeah.
So it doesn't end the way the anime does.
Gotcha.
Each book is like 3 floors. And it's like hyper detailed leading up to the end.
See, that's awesome.
And that's his story. That's what he wanted to tell. But the other light novel series is the one that like the publishers want, and that's the one that kind of jumps from game to game to game to game to
so
game.
So they can just sell a hot new thing.
Yeah, but because those are selling so well, he was able actually to go back and do Progressive, which is its own arc. It's its own storyline that's separate.
That's rad.
Yeah, and it's all 100 floors.
See, I like that because one of the big problems with the anime that I had was it had the best cast of characters to only have 1 episode each.
Yeah.
That's like, wow, this character is really awesome. And they're in the intro. I'm never seeing them again.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
But yeah, it is a live action show being produced by Netflix.
Which is cool. Maybe, hopefully, that would be a cool thing for them to be able to do the progressive storyline instead, and they'd be able to keep it consistent. And they wouldn't have to jump around as much. But
yeah,
it's good now. It's unfortunate it was good because now every season there is I'm stuck in an MMORPG genre. Like that's its own genre. Stuck in an anime or stuck in an MMO video game. And we've gotten so many...
an insane amount. Yeah. Like, I don't even... The fact that is a subgenre.
Like, there are series that you don't know until the end, and then they're like, the whole time you were stuck in an MMO. It's... Ugh.
I literally don't understand, like, how that took off so much.
Yeah. And it's kind of unfortunate, because then you get stuff like Ready Player One.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, it's just Sword Art. It's like, no. That was published years before. And
because like that came out when we were like in not high school, like college.
It was like 2012-ish, maybe 2004.
Yeah.
And so it's its own thing, but. Now it's like it's oversaturated and
I can't even fathom it's but
2011 that was it 2011
I don't know I think I'm ready for that fad to pass but
and we'll get the next fad.
Yeah, no kidding. Maybe the next fad will be good anime.
Could be.
Shots fired.
It could be.
Though if I will say this though, I am excited about SAO. The Sword Art live action or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it is good, we could get more.
Yeah.
I want a live action Trigun.
That would be cool.
Because that one could be totally done. It's totally feasible. Like...
Yeah. It'd have to have a pretty big budget.
I mean, not really. Not for most of it. It would all just be backloaded.
Yeah, but it's all a lot of desert stuff and filming out in the desert.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It doesn't have to be...
But then again, like Cowboy Bebop, they've been talking about that for years, and that could be a really cool one. But again, it's hard to sell a sci-fi that doesn't have a following already. It's hard to drop millions on a
and especially if it's not hard sci-fi. Like not hard sci-fi, but like if it's not like super out there, you know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, the setting is in space, but it's more. I mean, well, I don't want to compare it to. It's like, well, I don't want to compare it to Firefly because no, don't hit cancel.
Yeah.
So it's like, but that is probably the closest because they spend it really is just a noir series set in space.
Yeah.
And so, what are you gonna do? But. That one is actually apparently closer than it has ever been to getting made, which is good, I guess. But,
good old Bebop.
Yeah, good old Bebop. Man, that series is still good.
It's very, very fun. That's the show I like to show my friends when they ask what anime is.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to actually know what anime is, so I show them that, and they're like, "Oh man, this anime stuff's rad." I let them find out on their own.
Yeah, no
like
kidding.
how far the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, pretty much. I mean that series, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo. Pretty much anything from like, as like Shinichiro Watanabe. Yeah, like everything he's done is on my favorites list.
Yeah, he does some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. So, well, let's move on to the next. We spent so much time on anime. I just love anime, except for all of the bad anime, which is a lot of it.
And if our listeners / fans want us to kind of like talk more about anime or kind of review shows of the current season, definitely let us know, because that's something that we can do. Oh
yeah, we could even do that. Like pick a show at the beginning of the season and just kind of like follow it episode, because it's like an episode a week.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, that could be fun.
There's some good stuff this season.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to dive into Incredibles?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, let's talk about Incredibles 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because that looked amazing.
Looks really good.
What are your initial thoughts from that trailer?
I need to go back and watch the movie, the original one, because I really liked it, but I saw it once.
Yeah, I think maybe I've seen it twice, but it's been a really long time.
Like, I saw it, left the theater, and went, well, that's probably the best Pixar movie ever.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why I haven't gone back and rewatched it. Maybe I've seen it twice, but that was a special movie. Mm-hmm. And this next one, it looks good. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, just the basic premise, the fact that they're not just... It's not a cash-in.
No.
I like that.
Yeah, it's not a cash-in. It's been a long time coming. It's kind of insane that it's taken over 10 years? Yeah, way over 10 years. It's taken a long time to do it, when we're in an era that people are saying, like, there's too many, superhero movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, superhero movie fatigue keeps popping up, and it's like, well, why couldn't Incredibles be a franchise by now?
Yeah, no kidding.
But they're taking their time to make a good movie, and that's what I respect.
Oh, yeah, because Pixar doesn't super duper like sequels.
Yeah.
They only do sequels because Disney wants them, but they pick them carefully and they do them. They're not usually their best, but sometimes they're great. Because like Cars 2 was not great, but
there's a Cars 3 too, wasn't there?
Yes.
3 as well, I should say.
Yeah. I didn't watch that one. I do kind of, because I really liked Cars. It was not a popular one, but I really liked it because I just love cars. Just driving all over the place. But they also did Planes, probably.
I think I saw the second Cars, because I remember one of the coolest things ever in the history of ever was having Michael Caine voice a DB5 spy car. Like, he was voicing James Bond's car, and the rest, I don't remember the rest of the movie. I remember it being terrible, but I just remember that Michael Caine voicing James Bond's car is one of the coolest things ever.
Oh yeah, it really was. The rest of the movie was pretty terrible, though.
Yeah, but
yeah, whatever. But Incredibles 2, on the other hand, I like that it's like a different, like a completely different feel. Like, they could have just cashed in and been like, nah, they're superheroes and they're gonna go around fighting crime. But they address the fact that it's like, okay, yeah, they fought a robot. That's not gonna immediately change everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's still a ban on superheroing, and then it's like, okay, well, like, now taking the approach of, it's like, okay, they got superpowers, but now he's like a stay-at-home dad. Like,
the whole Mr. Mom plot that it seems like it's going to follow, at least for a portion of the movie, is pretty funny. And Jack is a diamond of an idea.
and it looks like we'll get more Frozone, which I'm a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
Like, sign me up for that.
And so that'll be fun. I think it's going to be an interesting movie, and we're going to get a great score. And we're going to get a great, some good animation, and
Oh yeah.
Like there were sequences in that trailer. Like there's this one where it's like a series of explosions, and I sat there going, "That didn't even look like a Pixar movie. That looked like they straight up blew some stuff up." Like so
it's getting good.
It's getting really good, and I want to see more, but I don't want to see more.
Yeah, I saw enough. Like, I'm probably gonna not watch any more trailers.
Yeah.
Because I'm ready for the movie now. Like, I don't need to see any more.
Yeah, and I might be wrong. I remember seeing a trailer for the first Incredibles like 10 years before Incredibles came out. It was like a really long time.
Oh yeah, there was like a little teaser.
It was a teaser of Mr. Incredible putting on his suit and then his like gut spilling out.
Yeah.
And then like nothing. For a long time, and then boom, we get it, and then now there's nothing, and then we get this new trailer, so that would be cool.
Yeah.
And
I mean, first of all, like I said, it's Pixar, and it's superheroes, right? But they it's not a superhero movie. I just like I like the superheroes doing normal crap.
Yes.
Know? Yeah. And I think that was some of the best parts of Incredibles were just the like him getting mad and picking up the car.
Yeah.
And then just being like, oh, I can't do that. You know?
Yeah. Menial tasks done by supernatural or superhero people. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and it's like
more of it.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited for it. I think they're gonna do a good job. They know I mean there's a reason they waited this long. I'll put it that way. Because they plan things out so far in advance. It's insane. I don't understand how they have that much planning. I mean, and I'm trying to think other than the occasional sequel, I can't think of a Pixar movie I haven't enjoyed. Like, Disney movies, a little hit and miss. Moana was great. Tangled, I could take it or leave it. Didn't even see Frozen. But, like, Pixar, they tend to hit everything except for that, dinosaur one they did that wasn't good.
Yeah.
Which, how do you mess up dinosaurs? Seriously, Pixar. Like, the one thing you screwed up is dinosaurs? Talking dinosaurs is, like, the best thing ever.
Now, Wreck-It Ralph, that's Disney, right?
That is Disney, and that...
That's the sequel I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Maybe... I'm excited for it, but at the same time, I'm a little hesitant because it's kind of like... The first one was all about arcade games. Now he's on the internet, and it's like, whoa, you skipped...
A
lot of video game history.
Yeah.
And I get that they're trying to be relevant, and so now it's going to be like iPhone games, but I don't know. I would have liked to see a little bit more of like a classic retro thing.
Well, because like you said, like they're trying to be relevant, but the whole sell of that movie was retro.
Yeah.
So
there was a lot more modern stuff in the first one than I was expecting. I was hoping a little bit more of like older cabinet stuff, but I mean, I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be great. It's like Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet or something.
Yeah.
So that's good. I'd like to see Wreck-It Ralph just actually punch the internet and break it. I don't think that's gonna happen, but
yeah.
But it'd be cool.
We could hope.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm throwing out the first Super Comedy Bros prediction. Wreck-It Ralph is actually gonna physically punch the internet.
That would be amazing.
If they do that, I mean, I'd retract.
I think the internet needs a few good hard licks every once in a while.
Just to remind it, hey.
Yeah.
You chill out for a second.
You're supposed to be an information superhighway, not pessimistic.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Like, things are pretty good. Yeah. Chill out.
We're supposed to make the world better, not share cat videos. Come on.
Okay, now, you should calm down there.
Cat videos are funny, but...
Yeah. A little bit of video game stuff. There's a new mode coming to Rainbow Six Siege, which looks pretty cool. That's like the zombie thing.
Yep.
And I think also aliens, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Rainbow Six. Like, we talked about this, not last week.
Yeah, I think I may have. There's some new information on it, like maybe a new trailer or something.
Yeah, but, and right now is a good time because Ubisoft is doing the free. Like, you can play it for this month for free if you have a PlayStation Plus account. So that it's hop on.
Yeah, I might check it out and just like try it out for like for a day or something.
Toss grenades through some windows, fun stuff.
Yeah, maybe if we have a day where we're not doing much, we can just hop on there and try it out or something.
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot of fun. Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yes.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah, Fighter Z.
Yes.
Dragon Ball the Z Fighters.
Is getting some DLC.
Yes. Brawly and Bardock.
Yes.
That's going to be cool.
So now you have, was it 3, 4? You have 4 Gokus. You've got
Goku.
You got Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, Goku Black, and Bardock, who is
Essentially Goku.
Goku with a scar.
Yeah, that's right, because like the Super Saiyan God is like a separate one.
It is, yeah.
Because,
with a separate moveset and stuff, which is
kind of cool. I got like mixed. I haven't played it yet.
It's really good. It confuses me because I played the Budokai games.
Yeah.
Till my eyesight was threatened.
Oh yeah, as we all did.
In that one, yeah, you had to like stack the capsules, so like you would have to charge up to like obtain the Super Saiyan. But yeah, in this one, it's like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan is its own character. So you have 2 Vegeta and 2 Goku, and they have separate movesets,
which is really cool. Mm-hmm. But there is something that's really fun about the like
charging up.
Yeah,
yeah, and I will say, so I just recently played it, and the most satisfying feeling in the world is picking Goku, like normal Goku, like Super Saiyan Goku. Picking him, the map starts, your brain goes, why not? I'll try to throw a Hadouken, and you Kamehameha across the map.
Is it like the quarter circle?
Yep, it's quarter circle forward.
I have to admit,
yes,
kind of awesome.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know any of these special moves, but I guess I'm gonna try it. And Kamehameha.
Because now I'm thinking about all the ones that I've played, it's been like there have been button combos, but it's not like the classic. It's like punch key and then it's Kamehameha, or it's a button press like mapped to a button.
And it's the game's a lot of fun. It's kind of satisfying to just have a fighting game. Like there's nothing, there's no like 3D moves or there's nothing, and it looks so good. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and I mean, my brain just turned off on the company. But they're known for their just
they did the Persona games and Blaze Blue.
Yeah, their fighting games specifically, like every character is unique.
And they look,
so they play completely different. And it's already got a tournament scene. It's like beginners and veterans. There's something for everybody. So like I'm super into it.
It's a lot of fun. And then we got Broly.
Yeah.
He's the others.
Yeah.
So we have the Super Saiyan Hulk.
Yeah, that's like the Brawly fans. I don't even know. I just like how I said it and you immediately knew.
His movie is super fun. It's not, I would say it's not the shining moment of the movies or the series, but there's something sickeningly fun seeing just a giant,
Super
massive,
Saiyan.
Incredible Hulk Super Saiyan.
Just punching everybody around.
Yeah.
It's so dumb though. Like I loved it. Uh-huh. It's so fun. It is like the dumbest plot that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it's a thing, and then you get Bio Broly and whatever. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of him. Yeah. But if you're going to throw someone into a fighting game, he's great.
Oh, dude! I'm not a big fan of the movie. Mm-hmm. It was fun for a watch, but I'm not a big fan of the movie. Mm-hmm. The character, as a character, is dumb.
Yeah, he is.
As in a game, he looks super rad.
Yeah, aesthetically,
he's super really cool. Fun to play.
Yes.
He always has cool moves. Mm-hmm. He's just really satisfying to fly across the screen and just punch somebody into oblivion.
Yeah.
I think it's a perfect addition to the game.
Yeah.
So sign me up. I need to check that game out.
No, it's a blast.
Yeah,
it's a key blast of fun. Yep.
Okay. Another news. Last time, we were pretty sure that you'd seen Terry Crews. It is confirmed Terry Crews in Deadpool 2. And there's a pretty strong indication of who we think he's going to be playing. Mm-hmm. I don't know much about him, but his name is G.W. Bridge, short for George Washington Bridge. And apparently he rolls with Cable and Domino and stuff like that in a team called the Six Pack or the Wild Pack, depending on, I guess, the comic. So, and
I'm down.
That's what he looks like, so he looks awesome.
Maybe we can throw an
I'll throw the image up or put a link or something. It looks cool. He's got a Guile flat top and a goatee and a headset, and he looks like
pouches.
A Cable. Yeah, like Liefeld is written all
Lots
over
of
this.
future pouches.
Yeah, so
very
and
cool.
he looks cool. I'm down. Yeah, so that's pretty neat. He's in like the X-Force, I think. Like everything he's done stuff with X-Force, or he's in that kind of like more like hard edge X-Men characters.
90s.
Yeah,
X-Men.
all I know is like I don't give
Mutant.
a crap who the character is.
Marvel.
It's Terry Crews.
Yeah, and Terry Crews acting against Ryan Reynolds in a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, and then with just that deadpan, like, I'm Cable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's gonna be.
It'll be fun. That movie I'm actually getting more and more excited about.
Yeah, it's like I don't remember who said it first, but it is like as somebody was talking about those. It might have been on Weekly Planet. They were saying like Deadpool treads the line. Like the movie tread the line, walked a very thin line between being absolutely hilarious and the most annoying thing on the planet.
Yeah.
Everything that comes out about Deadpool 2 leans it more towards funny. It's like, okay, yeah, I think this is going to be even less close to that line.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
Because there'll be some actual... The only characters he had to play off of were Negasonic was good, but then the only other like big character for him to bounce off of was Colossus, who didn't have much in the way of...
No,
he wasn't
great.
He was a great character.
There wasn't a lot to him
to balance just the force of character that comes out of like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
So
and they definitely did Colossus well.
Oh, I thought it was great.
That's my Colossus.
Oh yeah.
I'm so okay with like big cheesy Russian.
Oh yeah.
Older brother type character.
Yeah. He's like the nicest dude ever.
Yeah.
But he just looks and sounds mean. But then he's just like, let me help the child across the street.
Yeah, he's great.
And it's like, I just love him. I think he's the best.
Speaking of X-Men, there's a Dark Phoenix trailer. It kind of came and went.
Oh, really? I missed it. It was so fast.
Yeah. It's, it was weird. Like, I watched it, and I was like, oh, okay.
What was even in it? Because, like, I think I heard about it, but then
like, Jessica Chastain's, like, a villain.
Okay.
She's talking about like, oh, there's something hidden, and there's evil power, and blah blah blah, ominous monologue stuff, and then it kind of shows Jean Grey, and she's like dirty and walking through a street, and it looks like a political drama. Like there's almost like no shots that are like X-Men. Look, whoa, their suits. There's like
so they're taking a page from the Venom trailer book.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, okay, a whole lot of nothing happened, and I don't care, but that's weird, and it kind of falls into a weird thing because like now X-Men it's kind of like up in the air.
Yeah,
because the movie was done before this whole.
Yeah, because like all existing products, because of contracts and all that, were going to be continued as normal.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like it's weird. I never saw Apocalypse. I heard Apocalypse, like, at the end, they were in their, like, cool, crazy color, like, X suits. And that's awesome. Neat. Nothing about this trailer showed me cool, colorful X-Men.
Well, it's because, it's Fox, right, that owns them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fox has the uncanny, that was not intentional, the uncanny ability to always take the wrong lessons from their X-Men films.
Yeah.
Like... No matter what, if it's good or bad, they will always attribute it to the wrong thing.
Yeah, usually.
It's like, Logan was good because it was R-rated. It wasn't bad because of that. It would have been bad if it was. But you can't just slap an R rating on a movie and it be good. And then it's like, it was gritty and serious and down to earth. It's like, I think you might be missing the point here. And I think that maybe is what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see Apocalypse, but I've seen like photos of their suits like at the end, and I was like, this was it. Like, I mean, I know they're doing Dark Phoenix and they want to jump on that again, which I don't really. It's a cool arc in the comics. It was even cool in the cartoon, but it's just we don't need it.
Yeah,
it didn't work the first time.
Since they always like half commit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, listen, if you're going to give me some crazy X-Men stuff, go whole hog or don't do it at all. Like, Dark Phoenix is like an alien space god bird or something.
Yeah.
Like, just go nuts.
Yeah, and what I don't know, like there is a shot of like Magneto's helmet, and it is the purplest it's ever purpled, which that's cool.
Makes me happy.
But where are my like X-Men and Brotherhood like running at each other on a neon grid at each other? Like, where's that? I just want just colors. Like I want my eyes to hurt when I'm watching X-Men. Yeah. I didn't like reading the X-Men comics because it was so colorful, it almost made me nauseous. And that's what I want to see in an X-Men movie.
I figured it out. Figured it out. They took all that purple. They stole all that purple from Marvel. That's why Thanos is pink now.
Yeah, I guess.
They just stole it all and put it into that Magneto helmet.
It's a pretty purple helmet. And I got excited because you like see it. And I'm like, oh, here it comes. Here comes the mutants and the Brotherhood like running at each other and doing
like in Technicolor.
Nope. And then it was just like, oh yeah, a lot of dark, muddy shots and the Phoenix is coming type thing. And I was like, okay.
That's kind of boring. It sounds like I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, we've had Jean Grey for one movie and now she's evil again.
Yeah, no kidding.
I feel bad for Sophie Turner because she's a great actress, but it's like, oh hey, look, you get to be Jean Grey. Also, before you're even developed, we're going to bring you in and make the Dark Phoenix. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Because, like, we just got her back because Jean Grey was dead. And then
not dead.
We're going to get Cyclops again at some point. Well, we got him a little bit, I think.
Yeah, no, Cyclops is back. And that's
I don't know. I can't keep up with X-Men. It's like X-Men operate on, like, the same rules as the Resident Evil movies in that they only make sense if the only frame of reference you have is the immediate previous movie.
Yeah.
Like, 2 movies back, it won't make any sense. But it's only things...
I mean, to be fair, they're pretty accurate to the X-Men comics. They're all over the place.
That's true. You're not wrong. But, that does it about for that. So, we're not going to touch on Ready Player One, I think, today.
Yeah.
Because, we're not going to be in town next week, so we're gonna do a whole episode on Ready Player One. That'll go up in that.
So episode 5, we might not even call it episode 5. This might be like our first
just special.
Our first because last time we asked if anyone wanted us to like isolate on something, and the more and more we talked about it, we thought, ooh, like Ready Player One's coming out. It's something that we're both really passionate about.
Yeah.
We could probably go on an hour-long conversation about it.
Almost certainly.
So definitely tune in to the next podcast because it will be all Ready Player One. So I guess we won't talk about the new trailer because we'll just start the next episode off with that one and we'll just...
Yeah, so let's just hit our retro minute and wrap it up for the day.
Yeah. Our retro corner.
I don't have as much to say, I think, as you, so I'll just go first, I guess. I went ahead and picked up Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
I really only had time to play just the intro, but play through the whole intro sequence. It is really fun. It has a really interesting way of... It has a tutorial without having a tutorial. Mm-hmm. So, like, basically the way it works is you start out and you go to this fair, right? Yeah. And it introduces you to all, like, I guess the fundamentals of the game. Mm-hmm. Like, everything is on a persistent timer.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not driven by your actions.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you have to go talk to somebody at the fair to progress the story, but you can't talk to them right away. And no matter what you do, it doesn't speed up. There's a set time until they're ready and they've set up their booth.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like, and it does a few things to show off that aspect of it.
Very cool.
And that's cool. And then the combat is also pretty cool too because you don't go into a separate screen. It's all on the same screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's turn-based, but it also kind of happens... it's like a weird in-between real-time and turn-based.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. I'm really enjoying what I've played so far. I can definitely see why it's such a beloved game.
Nice. Yeah. For me, Michaela, so my fiance and I, we've been playing through Link to the Past, which is it's crazy how fun it is and how much it holds up. No matter how many times you've played it or like when in your life you played it. It was a very long time ago for me. But also seeing it through the eyes of someone who's never played it.
Yeah.
Or never really played a classic Zelda game has been a really fun experience because, you know, I remember like, oh yeah, there's a mirror world or, you know, there's like the dark world and stuff. And then like when the first time you get the mirror and the guy's like, oh yeah, you step on this platform and it takes you. And I was like, oh yeah, that's where the bunny thing comes from. That's cool. But I like knew that was coming. But seeing like someone's reaction going like, why are you a rabbit?
Yeah.
What's going on? And then like seeing how you can flip-flop between the worlds to get to items and stuff like that has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We just got the Master Sword.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's when things really start opening up too.
It's a lot of fun. And I'm like super grateful for the SNES Classic because it's like we can play it like on a big screen.
Yeah.
I have an SNES.
Yeah.
And, you know, we could play it that way, but it is kind of neat to just be able to, you know, play the game wherever. And, you know, it's neat also having like the controller because like you have to sit in front of the TV.
Yeah.
Because the controller, of course, is so short. But then it blows your mind because you're like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm 5, 6, 7 years old again.
Sitting in front of the TV on the floor.
Yeah, like my eyes are bleeding because I'm playing this on a giant, you know, 50-inch TV, which, you know, back when you were a kid, the CR TVs, you know, even if it was a 24-inch, you were like, what is this? This is amazing. So, like, it's kind of neat. It's like everything's, like, bigger, but because everything's bigger, you feel younger and smaller again. But,
yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, those classic Zeldas, they hold up. And it's Zelda, like, A Link to the Past is one of those, like, Super Nintendo games that just the opening scene, where, like, the Triforce flies in and the sword goes through and the theme kicks in, it's, like, immediately back in, like, at, like, 8 or 6 or whatever it was.
And
like,
it's
nuts.
It's funny because, like, we'll, like, go into a dungeon or we'll go into an area and I'll start singing the song, like, humming it, you know, with the game, and you know, Michaela's just like, how many times did you play this? And it's like, I only played through the game once, but it's so iconic, and you've heard that music throughout every generation of Zelda. You've heard little, you know, differences that it's like, yeah, you're any game that has you humming along with it while you're playing is a testament to good game making.
Oh yeah, and I mean, like. The music in that is so iconic, and so the sound effects. It's one of those games. It's like Mega Man X. Like, Mega Man X, the sound design in that game, it has such a distinct sound to it.
It does.
And it's the exact literal sound of the 90s, but it's so good.
Yeah. Mega Man X is, whenever I have kids, and they're like, Dad, what was it like to live in the 90s? I'm like, well, it sounded like this. Yeah. And then I'll show them Power Rangers. And I'm like, and we actually dressed like that. That's what happened.
You're not wrong.
Lots of primary colors.
You're not wrong.
Lots of lot of like synthesized trash metal on sound samples.
There's a lot of colors in general that don't necessarily mismatch together.
Yeah, no,
Like a lot of neon, a lot of teals and pinks.
Yeah,
that was the color of the 90s.
It was. So that was fun.
Yeah, well, you know, and I think that just about does it for today.
I do believe so.